painful. I noticed your hair. Is that the style you wear it?
Yes, my mohawk it's just me. It's my logo, if you want to call it, or icon, or I don't know what you want to call it,
Your
but
trademark.
yeah, my trademark. I picked it up before, maybe 2 years ago, before the EYBL. One of my players, Torrin Jones, had the mohawk, and I really liked it on him, so I did it. And then we were the two Bang brothers, so we both had the mohawks, and I've kept it ever since because I thought it was different. I loved it.
Now we're used to that with hair trademarks with Nerlens.
I've noticed that I've seen the mohawk, the unibrow, so it's always been some type of trait. I thought it was pretty cool that I kept that up.
Was your mother okay with it?
Yeah, at first she was like, all right, well, you have to keep it at a certain height. And I was like, all right. And then it kind of kept growing, and she was like, that thing's growing, what are you doing? So she was like, as long as I keep it in shape, it'd be okay.
Okay. Well, tell me. I understand you went to the student newspaper, the Colonel.
I did.
What were you wanting to do, or you volunteered, right?
I went there this week, probably I think it was Monday. I went there, or no, sorry, Tuesday, because we had Monday off. I went there just as a sponge. I walked in. He showed me everything that they had in there, and my mind kind of blew up when I got in there. It was pretty amazing. I saw how their advertisement worked, which I really loved, because I would really love to do advertising in the TV sense, or in like newspapers.
You mean like designing ads?
Right, and like designing advertisement, which is pretty crazy, because I just decided that I wanted to do that maybe Monday, and I tweeted it out. I was like, yes, I finally know what I want to do in life. And then he tweeted me. He was like, oh yeah, well, you should come check this out. We have this, and then we kind of talked back and forth, and I thought it would have been really cool. So I went down and talked to him. So I'm real excited to see what.
So you may do something then with him?
Yeah.
In terms of advertising, designing.
In terms of whatever he wants me to do, because I'll learn as much as possible.
Did you, sometimes the newspaper and the coaches who clash from time to time. How is Coach Cal? How are the coaches? How are they with this?
Haven't quite told them about this yet. But we'll see how that goes. But what was good about the Colonel is they're letting me do whenever I have time to do it. So it's nothing like, oh, you weren't here, you can't, you're not really into this. But they're like, whenever we know you have sports, so whenever you have time, you can come in and work, which is great. But they were also like, we know you play basketball, so you're not allowed to really do basketball. So I was like, all right, that's great. So kind of, right.
What about sports writing? Why don't you?
I did sports writing in high school for my high school newspaper, and I was also the ad manager for them, which I guess what's kind of started it was I kind of just dabble in everything to see if I like it, and I guess I started liking it, so which started all this.
How was sports writing? How did that set with you? Did you like it?
I actually really did I liked article writing because it's as long as I want it. It's not like a class writing where you have a set amount of time or a set amount. You can just keep going if you want or stop whenever you want, which is awesome.
Okay. Well, I understand getting to more mundane topics. I understand you like volleyball.
Oh man, I love volleyball. Volleyball.
More than basketball?
No. I picked up volleyball maybe 7 years ago, or maybe 6 years ago. And the high school I was going to, he came to our middle school and talked to us, and I was like, man, that kind of seems like a fun sport. And me and a couple of my friends played in middle school, so we came to our high school, and we turned out to be really good at it, which kind of helped push us to play more, and we ended up being really good at it.
What I read was that you saw volleyball as sort of a retreat away from the basketball world,
Yes,
so to speak.
Going into high school, especially with every athlete, basketball, it's like it kind of stops being so much like carefree and fun. It started being, how do I get a scholarship? what if I don't play well? What if I don't get a scholarship? And you have all those things in the back of your mind while you're playing. And even off the court, you're always like, all right, I need to get better. Why haven't I been on the court? Why aren't I doing these things? So when it came to volleyball, none of that really mattered. And it gave me a place.
Just have fun.
Yeah, I could just have fun. It gave me a place to not really think about all the recruiting and me trying to get better. It kind of just gave me that, all right, time to relax and just have fun and play.
Now that's a little ironic because obviously here there's quite a bit of focus on basketball and excelling. You're, I'm sure, familiar with
Yeah.
that. So how does that sit with you?
Oh man, I love pressure. I guess people give me expectations and I put my expectation over myself higher than what they want to do. So, and I always try to blow way past expectations. So I guess this is the greatest place for me because Kentucky basketball has the biggest expectation in college sports.
How much do you weigh?
I'm at 207 right now, going up in weight daily, which is
Really?
great, yeah.
How much do you weigh when you first came?
When I first came, I was probably 205,
Okay.
and then
What do they want you to get to?
my goal is to be 215 before first game, which I really do think I'll get to. But I told my goals to our workout coaches and Rock, and he was like, okay. And then every time I barely don't get to what I was supposed to be that day, I get yelled at. It's awesome.
So you like that? Huh?
Yes, I've always grown up being yelled at, getting screamed at.
Your brother did that.
Yeah, my
right?
brother, my coaches did. They screamed at me. They yelled at me. I had a workout for basketball in the morning with my brother, and then I was half awake because I was a kid. I'm like, why am I up at this time? Why am I shooting a basketball? Why am I in the gym? And then I shot did a bad shot. He caught the ball. He looked at me, and then kicked the ball across the court. And he was like, now there's that time for you. Go think about what you're doing right now. I was like, all right. So I've been used to getting yelled. I guess I was brought up getting yelled at, so it kind of helps.
Now we do a sports, that Sports Illustrated